Hello traders, welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy Janoy and I'm here to break down a profit of $3,966, how I did it and how you can do it for yourself too. All right, so here I have my profit sheet. You can see this first position, 2,380 something dollars, another 600 here, and then another 900 right here, $972, which brings us to a quick sum of $3,966. So stay tuned till the end and watch me break down this in detail, how I was able to do it. Alright guys, now what stock did I trade? Guys, I trade Sunrun, ticker symbol RUN run. Alright, what did I see in this chart? Why I knew that, hey, this is a good place to jump in and take a quick swing trade on this stock. Alright, so guys, if we look on the chart, which I have the daily chart on here, and I always typically make my decisions off the daily chart. I don't make decisions off intraday charts because I'm really looking to see what a specific stock is doing on a daily time frame. What is the daily pattern that I can spot and take advantage of that pattern to make some money for me and my family. Okay, so when I look at run, guys, I see that run is in a very nice uptrend, right? From around, what is this? From around May, this stock took off and it just kept on charting higher. All right, back then I wasn't paying attention to this, but I started to realize that this thing had run all the way up to the top. It hit the resistance, all right, and then price started to pull back. So I started to pay attention to this. I put it on my watch list, and then I'm like, okay, what does this stock need to do in order for me to get an opportunity at this trade? And I'm gonna talk about what are some of the things that I did wrong and what are some of the things that I did right. All right, so first thing, we want to identify what is this stock doing. We see it's in a nice uptrend. Where is an opportunity? Well, given that it's been running high non-stop, we have to wait for the stock to pull back to get an opportunity to go in and take a low risk entry and a highly probable trade. All right, so we see that the stock run up, hit resistance. While it was running up, this was somewhat of a support zone, because right here we see price run up, pull back, held this level, and then price run higher. All right, so from there we could see clearly that that is a support level. We already identified the resistance. Price pull back. Guys, where did price pull back to? Price pull back right into the support. Price bounce, pop back above the moving averages right around earnings. We wouldn't have been trading this around earnings, so that was not the goal. All right, from there price pulled back down again, guys, and what happened? Price made a higher low right inside here, and then from there price bounced. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more in details. What did I see here and what gave me the go ahead to jump in on this stock? All right, so after it run up here, pull back, now I saw the higher low, and I'm like, okay, now given that we've clearly identified that this level is support, because over here it was support, we see price pull back to this level twice. Now as long as price hold this level, it means that the probability is that the stock is going to try to come back up and retest the high, or if the stock does not come back and retest the high, then the stock is at least going to try to retrace 50% to 60% of this pullback here before the stock try to come back down lower. All right, so as soon as the price came back above all the moving averages right here, I also saw a quick bull flag. And on this day, I notified everyone in my trade alerts group that, hey, it's time to take a position on run, because now that price is attempting to break out, we are going to move back up into the retracement zone, and if possible, we're going to try to retest the high. So on this day right here was my first entry, and we can see when we look at the volume, the stock actually started to have some increase in buying volume. That was also the first day the MACD flipped over, and from there the stock actually run and started to move higher and higher. So from my entry right here, the stock is technically almost up $10. Now, what did I do wrong? So basically, I was spot on identify exactly the low risk entry, and I did execute on entering this trade right on point, because we saw it clearly that the stock is moving back up right inside this zone. Once it's able to recover back above the moving average, we also have the moving averages crossover right here, and from there the stock popped and we started to move back higher. So all of those confirmation, which I have one moving average, I have MACD, I have volume, and I also have the histogram. So that's 4 things along with the pattern. That's 5 things that confirms to me that, hey, this is a highly probable trade, at least into the retracement zone. Hence, I was comfortable taking my position here and just waited out till price started to move back higher. All right, so now after I took the trade, this is where I started to make a few mistakes, because I knew that price is going higher, but something inside of me keep on telling me that, hey, every time we can see right here, the stock opens, right? And at some point during the day, the stock actually looked like it was going to sell off, which I observed this action quite a few days. And then from there, the stock bought up, run high, and then the stock pulled back. So that was day one. I'm like, okay, let me just watch and see what is going on, observing the price action. Day two, again, the stock opened higher, and then the stock started to sell off. And I'm like, man, I don't like what this is doing. So I closed it out, and from there the stock recovered, run high, and then come back down and close right here again. This is just not the easiest trade to just sit and be comfortable and just let it ride, because every day after price open, it looks like it's about to reverse, only to stabilize during the mid day of the trading session and continue going higher. So on this day, when I closed it out, price recovered, I got back in the trade, because at that point I realized that, hey, whatever I was concerned about, there's no need to be concerned about that anymore. So I got back into the trade again on this day, and from there the next day price opened higher, popped down lower looking like it was gonna sell off, only to recover again. So at this point, we were already into the retracement zone, and I'm like, okay, this is enough. And I took the profits from this trade, which I just mentioned earlier. The profit was 3,900, and actually $3,966 in 2 to 3 days trading just this one stock. So what am I saying? My point is, in order for you to make money, in order for you to become consistent at trading price action, actively trading price action, you have to get good at reading the price chart, because no matter what the company is doing, if the company is doing good, if they're beating on their top line, they're beating on their bottom line in revenue, they're increasing their earnings per share, PE ratio is good, all of that, per my belief, is reflected in the chart. So when you have a healthy company, you're gonna have that company continuously moving higher. And I believe that when you look at the price chart, you can find the opportunity zones as well as the low risk places to take trades, as well as make your investment and ride them out for the long haul. Another thing that I used to confirm that price was going to go higher was I actually looked at what other solar companies are doing, and we can see that I don't know if you know Sunrun, but Sunrun is a solar company. They operate in the whole solar space, oil and gas, all of that stuff, renewable energy. So before I took my trade, I actually went over, look at some other solar company, or at least a leading solar company, to see how are they looking. And I'm gonna bring up the stock chart of the stock that I looked at. That's actually ENPH. And this guy here, man, they're like one of the leaders in, you know, their space in terms of solar. They're doing some innovation with allowing, you know, like AC units to be able to regenerate and store more energy and all of this good stuff. So before I actually jump into Sunrun, I did come over here, look at ENPH, see how ENPH is trading, and that actually gave me a little bit more confidence, at least how the overall sector is doing. I also went and looked at the solar or renewable energy ETF to see where is this thing going, and clearly, you know, it was in a uptrend. So that was just an additional method to confirm that, hey, the sector I'm jumping in is actually doing good before I jumped in there and risk my capital. All right, so if you're new to the channel, if you find some value in this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so that when my next video comes out, you'll be the first to get notified. If there was anything that you saw that I missed when analyzing this chart or when I was making my decisions, just throw those thoughts, those ideas down there in the comment section, and I'll be down there talking about it with you and sharing, you know, some things that I do look at in addition to confirm this trade. All right, so until then, I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and thank you for watching.